The clock draining, you know this game, that clock was going to run if we didn't call a timeout. You know, might as well just take those home with you. Have an advantage in the preseason. Have an extra couple of touchdown timeouts to work with. Important thing to think about. Got to get an early start on the next season. Not worry about the current one that's on the line. What is going on, guys? We're back on the video. We're doing another rebuild on the channel. It is a realistic Denver Broncos rebuild. This is the first time we're actually using the Broncos for rebuilding. We may have done a 10-year sim. I don't even remember. But I'm mad at the Broncos, all right? As a Packers fan. At number 10, the Broncos traded away to the Steelers, who took Devin Bush. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, the Broncos, they probably could have taken Devin Bush right there. And then right after them, the Bengals could have taken Devin Bush. But I'm going to say that none of those things would have happened. Devin Bush would have been a Packer, and it would have been all fine. However, the Broncos had to trade back to 20, and then they take Noah Fant as well. So greedy. I hate them. Not really, but we're going to rebuild them here. Of course, we are using the regular 2018 rosters, going into 2019, the February roster update, but we will be using the real-life draft class, so we'll see if we can replicate the draft or even do a little bit better. Let's see if that's even possible. So we have some contracts. We have Matt Paradis, who wants a 5-year deal at the age of 28, which is a very rough age to re-sign a lineman. If it was a 4-year deal, maybe. I don't know about a 5-year deal, though. Madden regression is very, very harsh. A lot of these guys may be seeing the door here. Jeff Huberman, I mean, tight end. Yeah, but I don't know. This is actually kind of tough. There's a lot of names here. Chris Mager, we have him on our Chargers league. Shaquille Barrett, we will resign. Don't necessarily need him, but I'll take the depth, I suppose. Maybe even trade him off. The bonus isn't too much. A 5-year deal for a 28-year-old lineman, though. Would he take a 3-year? You know what? I think we're that desperate. I think we're going to give him the 5-year. Heads to the playoffs. Of course, we know the Broncos at about pick 10 in real life. Once again, did not make the playoffs here. Did not expect it. 3-13, however, a little bit worse than we expected. Case Keenum over 4,000 yards. 26 touchdowns. Philip Lindsay, super disappointing. Emmanuel Sanders, I don't know what his ability is to continue playing on the team. 32, Jesus. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know if the Broncos went for a wide receiver in free agency. I probably should have looked that up. But, yeah, they're in a bit of wide receiver trouble, aren't they? Got the Rams and the Steelers facing off in the Super Bowl. The Rams win the Super Bowl. Did not really expect much different. Definitely going to be looking for a new quarterback. Case Keenum cannot remain the starter. Shelby Harris, no. Tremaine. I don't think the game's going to be dumb enough to keep guys like that. You know, there's just certain players you can't keep. You know, especially if they're old and bad. We'll keep Chris Mager, though. A 2-year deal isn't terrible for a decent backup. Glad we got that done indeed. You know, there's some really bad players on this team. I can't lie. Look at some of these names, man. The age specifically is ridiculous. If they're bad players and they're old, you might as well just pick up some random kid from the streets and just hope for the best. So we have only 41 mil to work with. I don't know where the hell the money's gone, but apparently it's gone. Tyler Eifert, a guy that I would assume the Broncos would have wanted to keep, or not keep, but take, but the Bengals kept him for a year longer. He is here, 28 years of age, wants a 5-year deal. I don't think that's something we could do. Preston Smith. There's some really good names here, but they're all being signed to very high deals right now, and I don't think we could really fight for those players. So apparently 3-13 is good enough to give you the first overall pick. Now the question is there a chance we can trade with the new... Oh, the Giants do not... Damn it, I forgot that we're not going to have real-life rosters. Let's take a look at what the Packers did. I would really like to get 2 first rounds in this 2 picks in this first round. And we know there's only a few teams that did have multiple picks. So the Packers, that's just not going to work for us. The Raiders, we didn't do the trade. Damn it. Either did the Giants, did we? So every team is going to have 1 pick this round except for the Packers. You know what we're going to do? We're going to trade this pick to the Buccaneers, who are going to hop the Bills to take Nick Bosa. Fair trade in my book. So we get a first round next year, a second, and then pick 3. Pretty fair considering that this should be Bosa. It was Devin White, really? Still even real? Okay. None of them want Nick Bosa. Why is the draft so hard? I probably would have actually taken Williams, but I think with the Broncos trading down and still having a chance at Kyler, you got to take Kyler Murray. Star Dev, I'm going to upgrade him to superstar as well because he's just a superstar. Let's call it the way it is. The Giants were definitely going to take a QB, and they still do. They take Haskins. Probably should have done that in the first place in real life. Nick Bosa to the Raiders. What a steal. If the Raiders would have landed Bosa, they would have definitely won the Mac trade. I'm sorry, but obviously they didn't do that, so let's not talk about it any further. Case Keenum's not quite Josh Rosen, so we're going to go with a third round from the Dolphins. And we're going to trade all the way down to the second round, and I'm hoping for the best here. I'm really hoping there's some good players. Maybe you should have traded back in, but that's fine. Noah Fant is still there. What a steal. Start of the second round, Noah Fant to the Broncos, just like real life. I was actually rather excited for that pick. Dalton Reisner, man, that would have been a nice pick, just like real life. Like, it's a realistic rebuild. However, Marquise Brown's here, so it's like, what do I do? Do I still take Marquise, even though, A, we've taken him in, like, every single freaking rebuild we do with these rosters, or B, you know, do I make it unrealistic? That just makes no sense. Late first, A.J. Brown. I'm going to take A.J. Brown. Screw it. Start of A.J. Brown. He's very good. He's going to be the true number 2 wide receiver this team has been missing. We might move Emmanuel down. I don't know. We landed some really good playmakers. We still need more players, though. Jake Butt is decent. I think he has quick dev. He's like an 80... No, he's a 78 overall with quick dev. Maybe even star. I think it is quick, though. I think we can maybe use that to trade up. So we're going to use these two to trade up into the third round. Jags on a little bit of a need for a tight end, so we'll take that. So we have 3 third-round picks coming up. We could still use another wide receiver. Mecole Hardman, if he's there, would be a nice steal. N'Keal Harry just went. That's not really a guy I had in mind top of the radar, but could still be a guy. So, wide receivers, Mecole Hardman still there. However, Paris Campbell's still there, 4.39. I'm going to go with Mecole Hardman here. I'm going to maybe a little bit of a reach, but normal dev, super fast. Should be a little bit faster if we're being honest. Oh, wait, was Andy Isabella there, actually? Maybe should have went Isabella. They do have Paris as well. Maybe I should have went elsewhere. I probably jumped the gun there. Pick 7, I'm hoping a DT's there. Paris Campbell, geez, the Raiders are landing some really good draft picks. Drew Lock is still there. Gonna go with Tillery here for DT. Desperately need one. Quick dev, 77 overall, great player. Pick 12, let's see who we lose. Whiteside. Drew Lock finally going to the Cowboys. That's a bit of a steal. Juan Thornhill. Damn, a couple of safeties went. I might take one here ourselves. I think we can get away with one more. Wow, Savage is still there. Jesus. I think we could probably get away with it, though. Justin Lane. We do need a linebacker pretty badly as well. Chase Winovich is still there. Don't really need a pass rusher too much. Conley's pretty nice. Late third. I think we may go Conley. We're going to go with Conley. Quick dev, 77 overall. Instant starting lineman for us, I think. Lineman? Linebacker. Words are hard. Let's go to the end of the round, and then we're going to start trading up for some linemen. We trade McGovern, our right guard, and a 4th round next year, not 2nd. I still think we're going to be a pretty bad team, so it's not like it's a bad trade at all for them. Savage, please be a beast. Normal dev, 77 overall. I'd expect a little bit better. I'm going to give him a quick dev, I think. Super fast. How is Andy Isabella still there? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I'm sorry. Michael Dieter, new left guard. Very good pick. Going to play one of the spots. Maybe I should have taken a look to see if there was some other guy that was going to go higher. He was a mid-6, so even then, I don't know. Oh, there goes Andy Isabella to the Seahawks. Well, let's go to Udo, because he's pretty damn strong. Quick dev again. Decent player. Gonna have to go with a cornerback next year, I think. Unless you put Savage over there, which would be kind of a savage move. Am I right? No? Okay. Another lineman, and we reached. We took a lot of players. What was that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Our cap space is probably terrible. Let's be honest. But we landed a quarterback of Kyler Murray. We landed Fant in the 2nd round, which is crazy. A.J. Brown in the 2nd round. Hardman was a little bit of a reach. Tillery starts. Connie starts. Called him Conley earlier. Might be Conley, and the person just put the name wrong. I honestly can't remember. Savage is a starter. Dieter's a starter. Udo's a starter. This guy should be released, and then Blaze is just a backup for the moment. What do we miss out on? So Devin White, we already know, is a beast. Maybe we should have went with Quinnen instead of trading, but And I think quarterback's the most important thing, and we took the best available guy. Haskins, star dev, a little bit faster than he probably should be, but decent. I didn't know Cody Ford was that high of a guy. I really didn't think he was going to go that early. I really wanted to go with Ed Oliver, but it just didn't come to us. Kyler Murray was the guy. Rashawn Gary might have also been a DT prospect for us. Devin Bush went to 19, which is, holy crap, that's far. Hawkinson all the way down to 24. Did the Chargers take him? I swear that said the Chargers, right? We trade Hamilton, McKenzie, and Sua Cravens for a third-round pick. A lot of young guys with tons of potential. However, we just filled our draft with plenty of those positions. Darian Stewart probably gets released. We do need a new cornerback, but Blaze, he'll hold it down for now, I suppose. But cornerback is definitely going to be on the top of our draft needs. Of course, we like the Shaquille Barrett depth. Linebackers, Brandon Marshall could probably be on his way out. Probably not worth much. Maybe a 7th round if we're lucky. 6th round from the Browns next year. So this is a team we're going into the 2019 season with. I have no idea how good it's going to be, but it's definitely better than the 2018 Broncos. Did we do better than the real-life Broncos? Yes. Was it because we made smarter choices? No, it was because some of the players are a little overrated, and good players like Savage and Tillery, they end up going in the late 3rds, 4ths. I mean, we had Mecole Hardman in real life go in I believe the 2nd round, if I'm not mistaken, and he was there in the 3rd for us, and he might have even been there for the 4th or 5th for all we know. So, just based off of what picks I think we could have made, it would have been a very similar draft. It's just, do you think Kyler is that much better than Drew is the real question. Noah Fant didn't make it that far in real life, so obviously they took him, but there's no chance he would have made it anywhere past maybe 25. There would have been some trade-ups for sure. But let's go on and see what these new additions can do for this team in the future. Hardman probably makes the number 3 spot after the season, but Emmanuel is too good even to be number 3 at this point, but too good to be completely replaced, in my opinion. So here are the re-signings. We have Chris Harris Jr. for another year. Probably will give him that deal. Justin Simmons, that's a bit of a surprise coming out of nowhere here. Definitely worth a 5. We're actually going to give him a 6-year deal. He'll be easily playing into that contract. Derek Wolfe, Will Parks, I really wanted to trade him off, actually. Let's get the fullback back. I kind of like him, so we're going to give him a 4-year deal. I love me some fullbacks. He even has a captain badge. Even the game agrees. Real-life team agrees, whoever it was. Emmanuel Sanders, probable no chance. A little bit on the older side. Can't do it, buddy. Derek Wolfe, I'm going to end this now. Not a chance. 3-year, $24 million deal for a 29-year-old. It's going to be, maybe a 78 overall by the end of the season. Will Parks is definitely a good overall. Stats aren't super great. Let's take a look at Goatsis or Gossis. Is his block shedding? His block shedding is decent. We'll give him another chance. Ooh, 17 mil? We'll see at the end of the year, maybe. Headed to the playoffs. We definitely got better. Ooh, okay. I thought for some reason we actually made the playoffs. 9-7. All right, okay. Oh, 9-7 across the board. Thought we were 8-8 there for a second. Kyler Murray's first year, 29 touchdowns, 7 picks, 3,800 yards. Not bad at all for a rookie year. Philip Lindsay, a little bit better, but still not great. Honestly, I'm not sure how he still has his dev. Is it because he's young? Oh, it is, yeah. Okay, so I figured it was because he was young. I thought maybe we passed that up by now, though. A.J. Brown actually went up in dev, which is pretty impressive. Interesting. Where's the dev? He definitely went up. He started at star, didn't he? Let's see what Fant did. Fant didn't go up in dev. It's not going to show it did because he didn't go up, but he had a good season. I thought he would have maybe went up. If A.J. Brown was good enough to go up, to be honest. Von Miller with 17 sacks. Chubb, 10.5. Superstar, apparently. Conley. Where's Tillery? Tillery, star dev. Wait, he started at quick. Okay, for some reason I thought he started at normal. Blaze, a couple picks. I don't know. Okay, so we got some decent names. We're decent overall now, aren't we? 83 overall, that's perfectly fine. Offensive linemen maybe need more upgrades. Paradise, I'm really worried about that regression. A.J. Brown still obviously the #1 guy. Emmanuel Sanders probably gets replaced by Hardman, so let's just put that on there right now. Defensively, we are getting better. We still need some players, though. We need a cornerback. We need the entire defensive line to be upgraded. We could use a middle linebacker. There's a lot of work to be done. The Rams win yet another Super Bowl. Win by 6 over the Raiders. Interesting stuff. Terry Buckner, I almost said Buckney. Buckner Jr. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Mobile dev. I almost thought it was going to be like that one guy. Remember that one rebuild where we just had a superstar dev DT randomly? I thought for a second that's what he was going to be, but low strength, probably not going to be our guy. Chris Harris Jr., we're going to bump him a bit because I just have a funny feeling he's going to be like, I don't want to return. Exactly. I even bumped him a bit. 12 mil. We're going to just sign him in free agency, hopefully at least. Emmanuel Sanders, he didn't drop too badly, but I don't think he's good enough to really re-sign. Goatsis, we are a little bit desperate, so we'll give him that 3-year deal, I suppose. Not really much we can do. 70 mil. Looking at what we need, wide receiver, I think we're just going to develop what we have. Tight end, obviously, can develop what we have. Offensive line, need a new guard. Paradis didn't really drop much. He's a 90 overall. Nice. Maybe he jumped up to star. Middle linebacker, but of course, defensive end is the biggest need coming up. Chris Harris Jr., we are hopefully going to get back here. Maybe there's some good corner in here we can get instead. I don't know. Ian Honest. I think somebody told me how to say his name, but as per usual with everything I ever get suggested, I forget it. So I'm going to just not even try to remember. Sorry. Chris Harris Jr., get him back as well. I'll still give him the deal, even though, he's kind of screwed us over. I'll give him, kind of what he wants anyways. Shaq Thompson would be a nice addition, but we've done that a few times, and it's not worth the money. It appears that Dallas has decided to go with Drew Lock as the starter going forward. Anthony Brown, not asking for a lot. I don't like to do that move all the time, but as of late, it's kind of been the move we've been doing, so I'm a little disappointed with myself, can't lie. 11-point offer above, getting over 12 mil a year, just about. So it's a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. Brockers would be kind of nice too, because we could realistically use 2 spots, both positions. We're going to give Henry a lowball deal as well. He's not going to accept it, but if he does, I'd be happy. All right, here we go. Let's see how many guys we get. Hey, not a bad day in the club. I mean, what? So we got 3 players, 2 of them being corners, 1 being Matthew. Anonymous, and one, none of this, and I still don't know. A huge upgrade at left end, the best. Honestly, the Broncos have probably had since, Derek Wolfe's breakout season. He's definitely been on the decline since then. He's a decent starter. It's just, obviously, we're looking for all-time otherworldly talents. We do have our starting cornerback core, but it wouldn't hurt to get another. Safeties are perfectly fine for the rest of this thing. Linebacking core, other than middle linebacker number 2, is fine for this thing. Stupid scouting. We're going to have to fix that. So this is a pretty damn weak class. We have pick number 4. What was that from? We made a trade down. Who was it with? The Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were very bad again. This is our opportunity to take another big boy on the defensive line. Do we take that DT? He's got a really good power move. He's 21 years old. Very raw. Gordon Ramsay. Bench press is high. 41 reps. I don't know how good that's going to be, though. I don't like run stoppers. He could be a god. There's a couple of linebackers later. There's a corner I really want. And he's a second-round talent. It says early second, so that could be pick 18 for us, assuming he is there. We could use another offensive lineman. There's a couple of guys later. Do I really want to take a DT here, though? I don't know. But at the same time, what do I take? Do I take a center at number 4 overall? I mean, this is a very weak class. This guy is decent. I just know this DT is going to be quick dev. I'm going to take him, whatever. Quick dev, 79 overall. Not bad by any means, but, I mean, look at his traits. Not even very good. 8.0, early second, CJ Bushrod, the future at cornerback for this team. Honestly, I'm going to push him all the way up to number 1. This coming season, number 1. Chris Harris Jr., move over, buddy. We have lots of corners on this team. Pick 50 and a 3rd round next year with Mager for the first pick in the 2nd round, which is a completely fair trade in my opinion. Where did he come from? Is he a better choice? He's a pass coverage guy. I believe in pass coverage. Oh, please tell me that linebacker's not going to be good. He's a good coverage guy, like it said, but that was a reach 100%, unfortunately. So we have two players here. Honestly, I think Terry has more upside, so we're going to go with Terry. 78 overall, normal. Definitely a correct judgment. Not really exactly sure what the hell we're going to do with him, but in the draft, when it comes to it, you got to go for best available. So here's Kerry Lackley, the DT. I'm going to take a look to see if there was any other players that we could have taken at number 4 that were better. Probably was, but beside the point. I really did want Lawrence Rose. I didn't think he was going to go that high. It's one of the highest overall linemen I've ever seen. Far from the best, even though he is very, very good, I must admit. But it all comes down to the dev, specifically for linemen. If you thought I overrated dev before, with different positions, if you look at linemen, it's not even close. That makes or breaks the lineman. Superstar dev, 70 overall is better than a 84 overall quick, hands down. Octavius Ramsey, what position? I think there was a speak. There's a lot of good power rushers on the edge in this draft, but unfortunately, linebacker really not a need for us. It was all about coverage if there was anything when it comes to linebacker. This guy kind of could play coverage. Henry Blake, I don't remember seeing him, honestly. He's probably a pass rusher, just has a little bit of coverage under his belt. And here's Hickok. Definitely should have went with him. A complete terrible decision. DT wasn't really a need, however, we did need end, so, I guess we'll put him in at end, and it is what it is. Kropog. Not bad. I want to see that linebacker now if I can. It was some pick in was it the second? Ah, here he is. Definitely him. Christian Devy, normal dev, 89 strength. A decent player. Not really even much better than the guy that we had, if better at all, to be honest. So really just not a whole lot to work with there. The only thing we could have really done differently this draft, obviously if we went through every single round, there might have been a decent player, but the thing we could have done to do better would have probably just been taking that center instead of the DT, but even then, the DT is still good. He has got a lot of years left in him. He's a 21-year-old, so we'll see if maybe he can put it on early. We're probably going to put him at right end, even though Terry is a good overall. He doesn't fit the spot at all. Simming to the playoffs. This is year 3, kind of around the time where I'd expect to make the playoffs or be very damn close if we didn't make it this year, and we didn't make it, unfortunately. 9-7 wasn't good enough. Damn. Would have been good enough in the last. Actually, would have. I think we were 9-7 last year as well. No real improvement on record-wise, but actual, season, not terrible, I suppose. The yardage was a little bit up, I think. Mecole Hardman, first year starting, did a pretty damn good job. Quick dev, not bad at all. He actually got his excel and his speed up +1 by the end of the season, which is pretty impressive. Defensively, Von Miller down a little bit in sacks. Wow, the whole team's down in sacks, actually. Von still superstar dead, luckily enough, because he should be able to stay a lot longer if he keeps it up. Bushrod, not bad of a season. I don't know what the overalls are. We'll address that at free agent time because, of course, that's when it matters. Actually, did we remember? I think I may have actually forgot to re-sign people. Oh, well. Actually, I don't know. Maybe there wasn't many to re-sign. I don't remember. The Rams versus the Browns are going to win 3 straight. They do not. The Browns finally bring them down a little bit. Yeah, we forgot to re-sign. However, if you look around, there's not a whole lot of guys here that make sense to re-sign. Guys like Philip Lindsay do hit free agency a lot. He just had his best season so far. I really don't want to give him a 4-year deal, but I will. I think I'm going to manually... Really? Are you for real? He's actually going to test free agency? Can't really pay Garrett Bowles for that. I guess we did with Paradis and it worked. He's happy to stay. So, Philip, 4-year, 30 mil. This does make a little bit more sense to keep him on longer. All right, re-sign with the tag, I guess. Vernon Butler, no thank you. How old is Chris Harris? He's 32. He's still viable, but I think with this team having a lot of depth at cornerback, I think we're fine. Brandon McManus, it's not very easy to find a starting caliber kicker. I know he's been missing a little bit. Well, really, just everybody wants it. I think it has something to do with the fact that we're not a very good team because usually I get away with those contracts 24/7, That's what the recommendation is, the fair offer. That's what I'm offering, and I'm bumping it. So I don't know what to tell you. Offensive line is still intact. Offense in general still intact. Defensively, We need a new middle linebacker desperately. We tried once, didn't work. We're desperately in need. Cornerback could still be a factor. Lachey, I think with this defensive line, we should be good for a couple more years. Really, we just need to get better. It's not even about getting new players. We just need to do better. Carl Lawson, not a guy you would expect to see here. Unfortunately, not a position we're really interested in. Curtis Samuel, a lot of good wide receivers here. Unfortunately, that's not really a position in need. Nickel Roby-Coleman, surprised he's as good as he is here. He's actually looking kind of beastly. Calais Campbell could be an upgrade for a year, but I mean, I don't think it's really worth starting him over a different player to be good for 1 year instead of just continuing to work up the guys we have. So there's a lot of really good linemen in this class. I really want a linebacker. There's a lot of talent. Do I really risk pick 18 though? Surely it shouldn't cost us too much to move up a couple of spots, right? So we traded pick 18 this year, 114 this year, and Morgan, the young wide receiver, for pick 13. So we move up 5 spots. I'm not going to go pick by pick. I'm just going to take best available at pick 13. There should be some decent guys there. Hanson Mancuso, I don't know if that was one of them or not, but you know, there's some linemen. There's some good players in this spot. An early first, Jarrell Jeffcoat. I'm not a fan of that age. You guys know I hate it. This Gordon Wheatley guy has that superstar dev written all over him, and anytime I say that, it works out. Of course, you got Mungro, what an interesting name. Ooh, I got a lineman there too. We need a lineman and a linebacker. I think I'm willing to go with Wheatley. Please be superstar dev. There we go. Star, just as good. A little bit raw, can't lie, but star dev is amazing. Well, there's some good linemen, so we're going to sim a few picks. And he freaking goes right there. Are you serious? He was like the lowest projected guy out of all of them. He was an 81 overall. I'm sad. Ben Knight. Bend over, baby. Oh, I can't say that. Damn, I can't believe they actually took him literally a pick after. It's like, oh yeah, you sure can wait, buddy. Just go. And then as soon as I skim, they're like, haha, you're not going to be able to wait. We're going to need a 4th round next year from the Bills to move into the first pick of the 3rd round. I don't know if that guy's going to be there. If he is, we'll take him. If he's not, it's whatever. Really, we need a linebacker. We got a guy. But once again, it's another, developable guy and not really a, an instant star. We only have 2 guys left here. Long McMillan. We don't even need the middle linebacker anymore, but we're still going to take him just for the hell of it. 74 overall. Decent speed. A guy that I would love to have in a user franchise. I think he's a guy that you could easily work up. The hit power kind of sucks, but 22, 6'3", 241. Pretty damn fast. He's a good player. And our only 2 picks. Not super great. How good was the lineman? Surely he wasn't better than Quick, right? Surely he wasn't better than Quick. Are you for real? Superstar. I didn't even know he was 24, by the way, which really begs the question of how the hell did these guys go behind? They're the same age. Was he really that much better? I mean, obviously the dev proves he was better, but Ben Knight I thought would have definitely been the first guy gone, and I would have made a trade up after that move, but it didn't happen. They took Malist right away. I mean, at least our brain is working. We know exactly who the good players are, but unfortunately, we did miss out on a very good lineman. So it doesn't really matter, does it? CJ Lindsey, where's that big tight end? Where did that tight end go? He must have went really high. Top 15, or top 16 anyways. Anthony Mungro, here he is, the big guy. Quick dev, 6'8". That would be a hell of a target for Rodgers, I must say. I think we did a decent job with the draft, but unfortunately we did miss out on that great lineman. Heading into year 4, and we haven't even made the damn playoffs yet. This is a long process here. Trading off more talent, Bradley, Roby, Haley, and Jewel for the Giants' 3rd round pick, which is completely fair. I think any young talent / good talent of that caliber and multiple of that is definitely worth it. I'd like to get rid of Arisman or McMillan, but they're kind of fresh on the team, so I'm not going to let them go yet. Maybe Terry goes. We're going to get rid of Gotsis or Gotsis, whatever his damn name is. I don't even care at this point. We're going to let him go. Honestly, I'm surprised Paradis is still going strong. Very impressed with him right now. We make this trade. We only took Scooby Wright just because they didn't have enough money to take the trade on. So we gain a 2nd round pick for the next year. This year we already have plenty of 3rd rounds to go around. Offensive line really not upgrading, even though they're good linemen with decent devs, all quick plus, but It's just so hard to upgrade linemen. It's just unbelievable. I really don't know what to do, honestly. This could just be a straight-up fail rebuild. You know, all the other rebuilds where we struggle, but it's because Sim is broken. I don't consider those fail rebuilds. But this I would consider a fail, where we're not making moves quick enough, and we're just not going to the next level. Von Miller wants a 2-year deal worth $26 million or $27 million. I'm willing to give him a 4-year deal. I think he'd be perfectly fine for 36. Yeah, I think he'd be fine for 36 years of age. We're paying the man what he deserves, you know. Bradley Chubb, I think that's another guy that could easily last into that category. So we'll give him till he's 32. Philip Lindsay, another contract year. I'm not really feeling it right now. We'll see how he performs. Cortland Sutton, we'll give him a 6-year deal as well. Why not? Excited to say. We're giving out some big deals. Everyone's like, I wish it was my contract year this year because everybody's getting paid except Philip, who, you know, whatever. Running backs, both. We'll see how it is at the end of the year. Heads to the playoffs. Maybe one of these years we'll finally make it. I mean, I feel like we're on the right track. We're just a little off. Oh, okay. Okay, 10-6 is apparently good enough for a bye week in the AFC this year, which, I mean, I'm happy with. Kyler Murray really not going above and beyond, but, I mean, he's definitely, you know, one of the best quarterbacks since Peyton Manning to come around here. A.J. Brown with 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Star Dev probably just got back up to star, actually. We lost Dev from that seat. Okay, I didn't. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Cortland Sutton goes down to quick. Unfortunately, you know, rushing Philip Lindsay, that's probably a quick dev. It is. Defensively, any surprises? Maybe, hopefully, like good surprises. Von Miller's back to his ways, which is nice to see. Connie, wow, all right, 5 picks. What's the dev? Superstar dev. Went up to superstar. I mean, I'll take that for sure. Blaze Brown, I don't know how he got in, but I'm all about. I think a 5-pick season. No. He was already quick, apparently. So you're going to star, buddy. Congrats. What the hell? In what world is a 5-pick season from a number 3 corner not at least remain dev, let alone goes down? Are you for real? What are the tackles? What about... why is Erisman in over Wheatley? Oh, my God. This game is so bad. This game is so bad. He's a star dev guy. I had him at number 1. I don't, maybe it was the sub. It probably was the sub, huh? I don't know what to tell you, but at least we made the playoffs and we have a bye week. Maybe we could just get, honestly, at this point, yeah, Erisman was the number 2 sub, damn it. But honestly, at this point, I would just love just a magical Super Bowl season, and I could just call it here because, holy crap, this has not gone the way we wanted it to. And it's not even really, I can't say it's not the game's fault because I have the sliders on, you know, the normal 200 plus. And we're just not developing quickly at all still. We're going against Miami. We're a 91 overall team. We're not quite as good as most of our teams by year 4, but we're still a very good team. And, hey, we're here, aren't we? So, hey, why not make the best of it? Surely Miami isn't that much of a better roster than us anyways, are they? Yeah, 84 naps. Easy. Pittsburgh and Houston on the other side. So if Pittsburgh can win that, I'd feel all right about our chances, assuming we win. Obviously, we have to first get through Miami, who's probably going to be a challenge for this team, not going to lie. 6-0. You know, no playoff experience for a long time. Most of the players on this roster probably haven't even been to the playoffs, if we're being honest, other than Vaughn and, you know, maybe, I don't even know who the hell's on this roster at this point. But their defense is completely locking us up, and I know we're locking them up kind of, but considering we're that much better of a team, this is more of a win for them than it is for, you know, more of a win than it is a loss. They definitely take that trade up, as of course they're up by 11 with 9 minutes left. We're gonna have to try and get a first down here. We're desperate. Fant, the trusted man, gets to the 42-yard line. Let's see this offense struggle some more. And did he score a touchdown? They missed the extra point. Unbelievable. Actually, no, they probably went for 2 to try to tie it at 3, or with a 3. 2nd and 4, huge sack by Wheatley. 3rd and 11, they can't get the job done. They do kick a field goal. We're down by 8. That's probably why you... Oh, that's a lucky penalty. It's probably why you don't go for 2. And with the clock draining, you know this game, that clock was going to run if we didn't call a timeout. Just don't need, you know, why? I mean, why would you want to use your timeouts when you're about to go home for the what, probably 8 months of football. You know, might as well just take those home with you. Have an advantage in the preseason. Have an extra couple of timeouts to work with. Maybe take an early lead with those in the preseason. Definitely an important thing to think about. Got to get an early start on the next season. Not worry about the current one that's on the line. Fant is the guy. Damn, he's still open. He is a fast man, and he's going to get all the way down to the 12. He is a very fluent tight end, even more fluent than Evan Ingram, honestly. And by fluent, I mean fluid, but hey, maybe he speaks multiple languages. Maybe it works out. I don't know. Maybe not. Rolling out. It's Kyler Murray season. Kyler Murray will score. Montez Sweat is a Dolphin. I mean, honestly, it's probably the first time Kyler's run in his entire life. We're going to let the AI do the 2-point. They do get it. And it's going to be an overtime game. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect to get the 2-point conversion, but I figured we already intervened enough. Maybe let the AI earn it. 3rd and 6, sacked. And then a punt of 36 yards by the greatest punter of all time. We lose by 3 in overtime. A 36-yard punt. Like, are you for real? I could kick a 36-yard punt in Hurricane Katrina with the winds against me. Not really, but figuratively, you know. Like, you know, those people that think they can run a really good 40-yard dash or can drain three-pointers 10 times in a row or kick field goals and such. We'll give it one more year. And that's it. The 5-year cutoff point. Normally, I would have been done by now, but for some reason, I'm just allowing it to continue. Allowing the crap fest to continue to boil over. The Dallas-Houston matchup. The Cowboys win. Who cares, honestly? Drew Lock wins the Super Bowl. Hey, there's a win for you, Denver. Drew Lock wins the Super Bowl, I would assume. Philip Lindsay, if we're going to get him, we're going to re-sign him to a 1-year deal, which obviously would be the tag. I guess we'll get Royce Freeman back. It's a realistic freak off. I don't even know. $9 million for the tag. So, yeah, Phillip's not going to get that contract. We'll put this on there. We'll go up to, what is this? Like $10 million a year? That's like 9.5. Let's go $10 million a year for 2 years. Give him a 2-year deal worth $10 million. You're not interested in signing? Well, I guess there's really no choice, is there? I think that one season we lost McManus and forgot to replace him. Matt Weil, or whatever the damn dude's name is, needed to go. Lane Vander Esch would be a nice... Ooh, Darius Geis. That's our new running back. 100%. I haven't really seen him, you know, in free agency at least as a decent overall in a while. Josh Jackson, we could use a replacement at cornerback, so... Or maybe even just a guy for the future. Future-proof in our team. Get Josh Jackson. He's a pretty cheap guy to get. I think we need a new kicker, don't we? Graham Gano. What do you Gano? You know, we never go with a new guy like Gano, so let's give him a 5-year deal. Smart, right? A guy that'll be playing until he's 40. How many kickers do that? Not a lot. Probably. Do we go with Isaiah Wynn? I think so. I think Garrett Bowles is going to be replaced soon. I know we signed him to a 4-year deal, but I don't think he's going to have that Matt Paradis effect. We'll give him the highest offer of all the players or all of the teams, and if he wants to join us, we're probably going to have to send him to a mental hospital and see if he's all right, because that's just a terrible decision. And he rejected. Smart man, doesn't need to get tested. Darius Geis is the new starting running back. Philip Lindsay with his 1-year deal will probably be released, well, not released, but let into free agency next upcoming season. I'm going to sim to the draft. I really don't know if there's anything we could draft that would make us much better. I don't know why I got really loud there, but I did. Offensive lineman, I guess a left tackle. Oh, that guy's a really good running back. I want to take a look at him when we're out of this. Looking around at what we need. I don't like that guy. Cornerback. I don't see the combine grade there. Almost got cucked there. Hartzell's the best available player I've seen so far. Left guard. That guy's not bad either, in fairness. Put him on the block as well, or on the whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even care. Yeah, this is a really bad class. Holy crap. I thought all the other ones were bad. This one makes all those ones look good. Well, I suppose we're going to take best available lineman. Hartzell, who's in mid-second. Please be worth it. He was not worth it. I don't know what to do. These picks suck. Well, just in the sakes of taking someone, here we go. Jose Chambers, expected dev normal. Did not surprise me one bit. Going to take a 6'5" wide receiver here and then probably call it a day. Assuming the guy's even there. He's not. Yay. Hard sell and whatever. I mean, look, like an 84 speed corner. Hey, like, what? 5'10", 24 years old, 84 speed. How is, like, you guys think I over-exaggerate these things, don't you? Here's Marcus Ray, the running back, who is probably worth a pick, honestly, but we already had our running back situation settled. Absolutely horrendous. Sheriff Bailey. I mean, it's a cool name because it actually does sound like a name of a sheriff, but that is the worst draft I've ever seen. Without a doubt. No questions asked. Holy crap. Honestly, we're just going to move on to the playoffs. I'm not even worried about it. Best we're going to get. So we have some negotiations. A.J. Brown, Darnell Savage, a lot of the guys from, well, probably all the guys from year one. Kyler Murray will probably be one of those fellas, huh? And there's some names here. Is Kyler Murray not one of them? Did he get... He was number 1 overall. Maybe he got an extra year. Probably did. Darnell Savage gets a contract, obviously. Safety's not a hard position to keep going, but he's a very good player. Philip Lindsay, no. Middle linebacker, Connie, yes. Obviously, middle linebacker was dreadful for us for a while. And even now, we're just finally getting into that status. How are we getting all these really good devs, though? It's like the game's trying to cuck us because you know all these guys are going to go down in dev at least once. You know, most of them after this, you know, contract year. They just wanted to make us pay a little extra and then drop them back down, which is great stuff. Love seeing that. Mecole Hardman, another guy that we keep. This is a huge re-signing year. Jesus. We had a lot of names from year one. Dieter, apparently star dev. Still not a great overall. It must have been like recently gained or something through the Pro Bowl or whatever. I think that's how you get it. Another star dev, you know, not really great, but young. Still got plenty of time left to get going, so hopefully that's the case. Blace Brown, he got star dev because of all those picks. We're definitely going to give him the contract, even though, once again, a guy that's going to drop in dev after the season probably. Absolutely not for Mr. Weil. So who's the guy that we missed out on? Anthony Brown, 1-year deal, could get the deal. Philip Lindsay, highly unlikely. We did it, though. Oh, actually simmed to the Super Bowl. Please tell me we didn't. Ooh, we got simmed in the wild card. I don't know if we made the play. We're not in there, are we? I don't even know if we would have made the playoffs. Well, I kind of ruined that. Darius Geist did pretty well. Philip Lindsay's dead. Geist went up in dev. Obviously deserved it. Did very well. Receiving. Hardman, the best of the receivers, apparently. Sack totals. Von Miller fallen off a little bit. What's the dev? I don't understand how he stays superstar dev with having a pretty average season. I think those guys are just immortals, honestly. They keep their dev, they keep their stats going even though they're not playing too well. But yeah, it would appear that we did not make the playoffs, as you can tell by the fact that we're not here in the playoffs. We'll take a look real quick, though. Once again, I don't think we did, but maybe. Maybe we just lost week 1. Nope, no postseason. Perfect cutoff time, I guess. The Chiefs win, the division, but no one in our division wins the Super Bowl. Browns versus the Cowboys. Cowboys have a chance at 2 here, and they do get 2. So 2 for the Cowboys, 2 for the Rams, I think, and then I don't remember the last one. Pretty sure we played 5 Super Bowls, right? 5 Super Bowls. We didn't win a single playoff game. We only had 1 playoff trip in 5 years, which is really bad. Well, chalk this up for a failed rebuild. I think we built a decent team. I really don't know what happened. I really don't. Maybe it was the offensive line, but at the end of the day, I don't see many teams having much better of a line than us. So, I don't know what to tell you. If you enjoyed the video, you're probably a psychopath, but I agree with your decisions. And I am also a fellow psychopath, so welcome to the team. Maybe if you're new, subscribe, become a psychopath. That's not a thing I do around here. It just came to me that we're all kind of a little crazy, you know? Maybe like if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. I tweet sometimes, usually really early in the morning, so it'll get you a little chuckle before you got to go to work, school, or, I don't know, sleep, whatever you're doing. Get out of your Bortles. Yeah, if you have any suggestions for a series in the future or rebuild challenges, whatever the hell it is, let me know. If you want me to see a new game, let me know. I have I think I uploaded the last Outlast video, did I? I think I forgot for a week or two, and we were going to, or we did. I don't remember. But anyways, hope you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya!